Hello traders, my name is Christopher Vecchio, currency analyst with Daily FX. Today is Thursday, April 10th, 2014. These are FX headlines as we turn the page to North America, and we see that the US dollar is still coming off, broadly speaking, after the Federal Reserve's March meeting minutes were released yesterday. Key passage from the meeting that really shows why the dollar is losing ground. A number of participants noted the overall upward shift since December, and participants' projections of the federal funds rate included in the March economic projections, with some expressing some concerns that this component of the economic projections could be misconstrued as indicating a move by the committee to a less accommodative reaction function. And overall, that means that it seems the FOMC believes the market got ahead of itself in terms of where the expected path of interest rates would go given the optimistic economic projections. And so we're seeing the yield environment undercut the dollar. We're seeing those commodity currencies a little bit of a boost. Overall, the Aussie dollar has to be taking the cake for top performer after this. We see here on the daily chart, on the daily 24 rolling basis time frame, it was a top performer while US dollar was the worst. Here on the 4-hour time frame now, we see that we're still making headway towards that 95.13 target that we've established after making this bull flag break that came on the 8th of March. And so now we're looking at a situation where this is still fully constructive. We would be looking to take off some risk a little bit higher. But at this point in time, it's a good time to start trailing a stop up if you're already long, because this is a market that's nearly achieving its target. And we've already seen a significant amount of US dollar dovishness baked into the cake. And we already see with Australia, this is more or less a continuation, however, because of news out of Australia. Last night we had the unemployment report released. We see that the economy's unemployment rate dropped from 6.1% to 5.8%, unexpectedly 18.1 full-time unemployment change versus 2.5K expected. So big picture, Australia is still weathering the storm out of China. Australian dollar is looking better in its own right. We go over to dollar yen, and dollar yen was the other big one yesterday. Dollar yen's actually starting to slip through its support, the channel support from the January and then again the March lows. That's coming in near 101.50 today. Ultimately, 100.75 is going to be the big figure, that being the support that we had for the yearly low. If we get a further crack through there in a declining yield environment, and stocks selling off, the yen could really be due for a rip, and that could spell trouble for dollar yen. Today we have the Bank of England meeting minutes. Those are due up at 7 Eastern, 11 GMT. I'll be launching coverage of those minutes at 6:45 Eastern, 10:45 GMT, and dailyfx.com. I encourage you to come out. If you don't speak to me the rest of today, I'll be back with a video tomorrow. Good luck trading the rest of today and certainly the rest of this week. And if I don't speak to you before then, have a great weekend.